I'm Justin.
I'm Eric.
And welcome back to the E&J How To videos. What's today's video, Eric?
I'm going to show you how to change acoustic guitar strings.
Let's do it. In order to restring your guitar, you're going to need a couple things that Eric has in his hands.
A brand new pack of acoustic guitar strings. I use Martin Extra Lights. A string winder. It's not necessary, but it is a lifesaver. We will get to that. And the time that I change my strings is the time that I polish my guitars. That's up to you. Now let's get started.
So now you're going to take your string winder and unloosen every one of your strings. I've already done the first three. So Eric over here is going to do the next three.
Loose.
Alright. Now that your strings are all unloosened, you're going to take them and just detach them from the top. And let them fall. Like so. Alright.
So now that you got all your strings out of the pegs, you want to get your string winder, and on almost all of them is a little cutout on one of the sides. And what's that used for is these pegs here. It's called a peg puller. And what you want to do is you just want to fit the peg right into that slot, and you want to pull the peg out. Now some of them
Are not that simple.
are not that simple, and you might need to get a pair of pliers. But with pliers, you got to be careful, because if you squeeze too hard, you could break the heads off. So we're going to pull each of these pegs out, and we'll be right back.
So now, in this next step, what you're going to do is you're going to take your cloth, wipe down your neck really good, because that's where most of the residue from your strings actually gets on. It can actually make these right here rusty. Alright, so after you do that, you want to take your cloth for up here and just rub where your tuning pegs are, because that's where a lot of dust hides, and you can't really get into it when your strings are on there. Now, Eric's going to show you the next process, and that's replacing your strings.
Okay, so how we're going to do this, I'm going to show you how to do one string on each side. What I mean by that is, on this side I'm going to show you how to do one, and on this side I'm going to show you how to do one. Because there's a different way of winding. You wind opposite ways on each side. So we're going to start that now.
So now, what we're going to do is, we're taking the low E string. I think, in my opinion, the low E string or the high E string is the easiest point to start at. Some people don't, some people do. It's a preference. Doesn't matter. Now Eric's going to show you how to actually put it in the tuning peg and put it in the guitar right in here on these bottom holes.
Okay, what you want to do is you want to take the side with the little donut at the end, and you want to stick that into the peg hole. And you want to stick the peg right over it and push it all the way down nice and tight so it doesn't come loose. Then you want to take this side of the string and you want to make sure that your tuning peg, the holes on the inside, are horizontal. Okay? And what you want to do is you just want to stick the string through that hole and pull it through. Now, for your slack, I usually leave about 4 or 5 fingers worth of slack before I start winding, just to get the correct amount of rotations up on the head here. That's up to you. Doesn't really matter, but I usually leave 4 or 5 fingers. Now when you get that much slack, you want to make a nice kink in the string up here, just so it doesn't come loose when you're winding it. So I kinked it. Now when you start winding, pull the string a little bit, not too much because you don't want it to come loose, but pull it and get your winder, and you want to turn counterclockwise. Be careful of that.
And don't make the rookie mistake of over tightening it, because it's going to snap and it's going to hit you real hard and it's going to hurt. I've learned that from experiences.
You might hear that. That's just the peg. Again, you want it real tight. Get it around the tuning if you're good with your ears, but not too tight because it might snap like Justin said. Then just cut it right at the top. I got the string winder with the pliers built in, so it's convenient for me. But if not, just get a normal pair of pliers, and there you go. I'm going to finish this side, and then I'm going to show you this side. So with this side, I have my E string, high E. I put it in the appropriate peg hole. Put my peg in, make sure it was tight. I'm going to take the string, put it through my tuning peg.
Make sure the tuning peg's horizontally.
Yep.
So it fits in the hole.
I'm going to pull it through.
Leave that slack.
Over 4 or 5 fingers. Make your kink. And start winding it. Now you're going to want to wind counterclockwise.
Good job.
I'll show you why in a minute. I'm going to finish up this side. We'll be right back.
Alright, now once you have all your strings on, and every one of them's on and placed right, you're going to grab your tuner, or whatever you tune with, and tune all your strings up. Okay. So, after you're done tuning your guitar, what we like to do is take some polish. This stuff's a little expensive, I'm not going to lie. So I usually just take it, a little spray there, a little spray there, there, and there. Kind of on your 4 corners. And just rub down. Get it all in there. Make sure she looks nice.
And that's it. So to review, you want to unwind and take your strings off. You want to get your new strings, and you want to put them in with the pegs. Rewind the strings up top. Tune it where you like the polish. And that's it.
That's it, and you're ready to go.
That's how you
Well,
restring your acoustic guitar.
Thank you for watching this week's E&J how-to video. We've been very absent.
Yes, we have.
We're working on that.
We're working on
Don't
it.
worry. We'll be back with more videos. And this week's video's got a little surprise in there. You'll definitely notice it. And see you for the next video.
Subscribe.